Hello and welcome to another video. Last weekend me and my boyfriend went to the Lake District here in England. It's a beautiful region with plenty of lakes, as you can tell by the name, hills, walks. It's just a really beautiful area with a lot of different walking routes and towns to visit. So we picked a lake that we wanted to go to and we just parked our car and decided to explore and see where the day takes us. And we ended up going to 3 different lakes, walking between them and discovering the routes. And I thought, actually I could make a video out of it, and this could be a guide if you've never been to the lakes and you're not sure where you'd like to go and where to begin your adventures in the lakes. Maybe you can find this video useful and that could be your example route that you could take. So in this video I will talk to you about how to walk between 3 different lakes, which are Yew Tree Tarn, Tarn Hows and Coniston Water. And I will also share with you some clips and photos and just my overall experiences of those 3 different lakes. So without further ado, we decided to go to Coniston Water and find a place to park there and then decide what to do. So it was actually pretty hard to find a parking spot, even though it's still the coronavirus lockdown. So we ended up parking at Glen Mary Bridge car park, which is just like a car park in the woods. It's a pay and display. And then we walked down to this farm because we saw a bridle walk there, so we were hoping that bridle walk would take us to the top of the hill, but it didn't, so we just kind of followed it and wanted to see where it takes us. So we followed that path and we ended up by this small cute little lake, which is Yew Tree Tarn. So the walk from the car park to Yew Tree Tarn took us an hour. So the lake just looked like a beautiful little puddle, but it was very charming there. I liked how the trees looked like they were on an island. So we decided to walk around it and then we discovered a bench right there next to it. So that's where we had our lunch, our sandwiches, and it was just very charming and lovely. So that was the first lake. From there we kind of joined the path again and walked towards Tarn Hows. That walk involved some hills going uphill, and the views from those hills were magnificent because of how the tops looked. So they were like covered with grass with some trees sticking out, so that was very nice to see. So the walk from the Yew Tree Tarn to Tarn Hows wasn't even that long. According to Google it was 1.7 miles, but looking at the photos that I took along the route, it looks like it took us an hour and a half, but that's because we would stop and marvel at the view, and it was uphill as well. And that lake, oh my god, it's so pretty because of all the lovely tall trees. And after just marveling at it from the top for a bit, we decided to take the walk around the lake. So the walk itself, it's 1.8 miles and it took us around half an hour to walk around. So once we walked around that lake, we decided to head towards Coniston Water, and we took this treacherous path that went through some woods. So it was a really nice path in the bushes with some lovely views, and that walk was around 2 miles and it took us between 20 to 30 minutes to get to the edge of the Coniston Water that was the closest to us. Coniston Water is a very big lake, so we just got to the bit that was the closest to us, and there was a little beach there, so we chilled there, had a good rest, enjoying the waves and the sun, and it was just really nice there. So after that we walked to the car, to Glen Mary Bridge car park, just following this bridle walk again, and then we joined a path that went along a main road. So that took us 40 minutes. So overall that's 4 hours of walking. So it was a really tiring afternoon, but also really great. Really enjoyed it. And I can't really pick my favorite lake out of these 3. I mean, I've been to the lakes before. I've been to different lakes. I've been to Windermere, I've been to Ambleside. I think I've been to some other ones as well. I just don't remember all the names. But out of these 3, I liked each one of those for different reasons. So lake number 1, Yew Tree Tarn, it was just very charming and cute and cozy. Number 2 was just gorgeous, just so picture square with all these trees and islands around and in the middle of it. And then number 3 is just the scale of it. You can hear proper waves when you sit down, and there's boats on it and people doing all kinds of water sports, and it's just beautiful because of the scale. It just stretches for miles. And my tip would be, if you've never been to the lakes, maybe that's what you should do. Just pick one lake, park up your car, and then you'll see that there's so many routes routes and walks you could take. Even if you don't do any research beforehand, you can get out of the car and just follow a route and you'll end up loving it, I promise you, because it's such a gorgeous area. So that's it for this video. I hope you found it useful. Let me know in the comments below if you've been to the lakes, which lake or town is your favorite. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will hopefully see you in the next one.